No. Willie did the same thing. Over anxious, man. All right, folks, welcome back. There it is one more time. Big Willie getting a little trigger happy. I'm actually talking to Bri V in this one.
I have eyes on a hostile AT soldier south of your current location.
I'm gonna dog tag this clown. There's one tag. Watch this. I'm gonna get 4 tags. Watch it. There's one. Oh no, this guy turned towards me. There we go. He's coming right. Oh, I gave up my position. I still hosed him. Oh my god, these guys are fucking spawning right on top of me. There's one more left. Where is he? Oh my god, I just cleaned up over here.
There's a hostile helicopter north of your position.
Alright, what's going on? Here comes a couple rip. Oh, look at all these infantry! Are you watching this, man? So now you can't hear him in this one, folks, because he didn't have the share play rolling at the time. There's just 2 of them on the beach. So you're just gonna hear my audio for a bit. Where did those guys come from, man? Here we go. Oh, they're taking A. We can't let that happen. I'm gonna put a beacon down. Here we go, infantry on a fucking jet ski. I mean on a hover. I should have just taken his tags. I just clipped that guy in the rib boat. Now here it is to where I spawn in on Bri V. He's at the helm now in the attack chopper. Now this is one of those neutral maps to where there is the only one attack chopper, and let me tell you folks, if you're able to control that helipad, you know, and maintain this chopper, it's just, you know, it can be lights out for your enemy. And that's basically what this gameplay encompasses. Now here it is to where there's me and Bri V. Reloaded. I could have made it a 3-fer right there. Getting it in now. I'm laughing listening to myself back. This is kind of an ad-lib thing. Like I said, you can only hear my commentary. Stay alive. Why did I jump out? Pick me up. Funny moment where I jump out. Accidentally, he scoops me back up. Yeah, I wish you could have heard him in this one too. I'm sure it was classic. We were having some fun. Wow, but how did I not get one there? I know I do get quiet as it gets into a little bit of a zone, and it's funny because I dropped the ball a few times, and he actually calls me out on it in the end, which was funny because you'll see to where I'm toggling views a little too much, and I missed a few kills. But here it is where I dropped the hammer on this clown, and like I said, I'm starting to get quiet, I think. Now, I did have to edit this video just a little bit, but I do want to say that it's all one consecutive flight with Bri V at the helm and me on the hammer. Like I said, jumped out of that boat. Oh, you're gonna see a little bit of editing just for the sake of time to fit it into the window. And there it is once again though. The laser guided is just a monster, okay? And this cannon is just a beast. You know, so I have a pretty big game, but I just want to talk about essentially, you know, the role of a pilot as far as putting his gunner in position. And, you know, I said it before to where it was actually the same type of map. I believe it was a video I posted on the map to where it's the winter map, okay? And there's the one chopper, you're on the mountain. And it's a tight map, but you know, Bri V, I believe, really shined in that one as far as his pilot work. But going back to this one, here it is to where, you know, once again, he's putting me in good position, right above B, you know, cutting right through the action, but not getting too stagnant. And actually, I wanted to play this one in entirety. Like I said, I do have a 15-minute window that I try to fit it into for the access into YouTube. But now here it is, once again, swooping down. And there's a couple of the ones I missed, I think he's talking about. But needless to say, I mean, we're really keeping the pressure on these guys now. We both understand the importance of keeping A. And that's the thing I like about riding on Bri-V's wing, is that we're already on the same page, essentially. Like, that's why you hear me getting quiet, because I know we're in the zone, and you don't hear my audio anymore because we're not even communicating. Now there it is, to where I'm toggling views, and I missed a couple easy kills. Now, I keep hitting the wrong button, so to speak, as far as that goes, but I believe some of it was accidental. Now, there it is once again with the laser guided, and the cannons. It's just really unstoppable as far as that goes. But you really do have to be able to fly. Now here it is to a Bri-V. He dips into their spawn a little bit, but he makes a good maneuver back to keep us alive. Coming back over F now, dropping the hammer on these clowns. This was just a good overall gameplay as I remember it. I really can't say enough, like I said, for Bri-V's, abilities as a pilot. And essentially, I'm glad to ride Kopi with this guy anytime. Let me just say, he is a beast. He's able to put me in position time and time again, and what can I say? He's just getting it in, we're getting it in, things are clicking. Now, like, basically, you're not hearing me, and it's because here it is, we've tightened it up, and it's just lights out at this point. So this was just a good one overall, folks. I mean, what can I say? Once again, I'm being quiet on the mic only because we're in the zone. We're on the same page. I dropped the ball a couple times. He does let me know about it. But as far as basically at the end, it's funny going back to the fact that he points out, I left a couple on the table. It was his words, and I agreed. And you'll see a couple probably coming up to where either I toggle views or something get mixed up where I don't hit the right button. But either way, I drop a couple kills, but overall, we really dominated this one. He continues to put me in good position. His evasive flying was just outstanding. Now, once again, I did cut back on a little bit of that just for the sake of time, but there's a couple there, folks, where I slipped up to where I switched out of the thermal vision when I shouldn't have. And but once again, just recovering well and staying aggressive and keeping pressure on these clowns. That's the equation, and you'll see it, folks. He's just in the zone. He even presses in on their spawn a little bit at one point, and then is able to dip out when the going gets hot. But getting back to it, I can't say enough for the laser guided and these cannons. It's just a deadly combination, and you're able to press up on these clowns. You're able to really stay aggressive and put the hurt. Now, a lot of times, there it is once again to where the gunner might have the advantage a little bit when it comes to killing these infantry, and if he's got the laser guided, he might just be doing a lot of damage against the vehicles as well. Now, but once again, that'll all reflect on the pilot score at the end. I believe him and I might go 1 and 2 on this one. Now there's the end of the sequence with the chopper. I think we might finally go down by a stinger from a clown on B, which is nothing new. But either way, it was just a good one overall. Now here I am loading down this jet ski. I just wanted to switch it up a little bit to show you folks the end of the gameplay. Just another good versatile gameplay clip or post, should I say, to where I give you a little taste of everything rather than just giving you the one vibe. Now here it is to where I press up to their spawn. All right, and I like to do this, folks, to where I leave the jet ski strapped down, take a peek over, and you know, I'm able to spot any enemies as they spawn in, and essentially gives me the drop on them. You know, it's just a shifty, little bit of a shady way to play, but you know what, folks? You know, there is no rules in Love and War, so here it is to where I spot the rib boat, or the attack boat rather. I got the jet ski strapped down. Now you've seen me do this before again and again, folks. You know, it takes a little doing, but I ended up chasing this clown down. And it was just a fun little ending to where you can see, folks, we're way ahead. Now that Brian V and I have lost the chopper towards the end of the game, they take some objectives, but it doesn't matter, it's too late.
Oh, yeah, buddy. What a way to end it. Oh, that was a good run.
It was just a fun time on that one, to where the chopper run leads into the jet ski action.
Once we got out of the chopper.
Now at the end we hop into
What's that tell you?
Decide to hop into the lav, and just once again I'm disappointed that you couldn't hear Brian V in this one. We must not have enabled share play on this particular round, but that's who I am talking to. I'm not just talking to myself there, folks. But yeah, just a funny one, to where we basically won the game.
Fuck. What happened? I hopped off.
In the chopper run, essentially. Now I did cut some of it out, and you know, but I think you'll see the scoreboard at the end. I'm not sure. Here we are, just basically keeping pressure right to the end. You know, doing a little capturing, a little killing. It's funny because they, like I said, they did make a little bit of the push once we did finally lose the chopper, but you know, it was a good little versatile gameplay piece. What can I tell you? To where, you know, I started out showing you a little infantry gameplay. It's funny that we initially got the chopper and I crashed it. That's the beginning of this whole clip, folks. Is if you go back, it's me bailing out. Brian V and I have to bail out onto the island right in front of their spawn. But you know, I ended up doing some damage regardless. But just an overall funny gameplay. And like I said, it was actually a pleasure for me, because a lot of the times I'm in the pilot seat and he's doing the damage. But this particular time, you know, he took the helm and I got to do the most of the killing. And you know, it was a good round for both of us, and we basically won it for the GIP. You know, once again, it's just, you know, the vehicle gameplay is crucial, but you got to remember, don't get too focused in on one thing. As I showed you, the infantry action, it pays off. Now here it is coming up towards the end.
What a way to end it. This is going to be a good post.
All right, there it is. Funny little ending. Me giving the guy a little bagging. But, you know, once again, we just really put the wood to these clowns. And there it is. The proof's in the pudding.
No way, what happened?
Unfortunately, I think the scoreboard might cut out. And but regardless, we really put in the work on that one, folks. But thanks again for joining me. This has been Big Willie signing off.